and it's all to do, obviously, with the Indian Film Board, their decision on what film they want to nominate, obviously, for the Academy
Oscars,
Awards.
yeah.
And it's Laapataa Ladies, which is good news, obviously, because it's a film we have seen, we have reacted to, and reviewed, I think both of us thoroughly enjoyed it. Certainly not probably our most enjoyable film of 2024 from India. I think that goes to the 12th fail. Even though they gave us a strike on the channel, we'll not hold it against them because it was such a great film.
See, to be fair, Stephen, that came out 2023, so it may be too late.
Yeah,
it's too late.
Yeah.
And to be fair, of 2024, the films we've seen today, that probably is the standout film.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful film.
Oh, it's fantastic. I loved it.
To be fair, we've not seen the other one that people are up in arms about not getting pushed, which is, where is it? Where for that now? All We Imagine Is Light. It's won numerous international accolades, they say here. I've heard about it. That's not been pushed by the Film Federation of India. Instead, they went for Laapataa Ladies, but being selfish, that's the one we've watched.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic film. I think it's well deserving. And to be fair, the themes being explored in the film, empowering young women, getting them to break out of this sort of preconceived system where they have to be chained to a kitchen, they can't have friendships, they're that busy doing housewife sort of stuff, they don't have their own lives. Breaking out of that and realising for different reasons that they can be independent, they can live their own life.
There might be a strategy behind this then, John, in terms of where the Indian Film Board are coming from with Academy Awards and
what will resonate.
The way that it's obviously shaping at the moment in this modern world that we live in. And nothing wrong with that, I'm not having a go or anything like that, but there could be that, obviously, strategy behind pushing this one. Obviously, Amir Khan's involved in this in terms of being a producer on this film as well, John. So I think his name attached to it is obviously going to help it. But I think the message, I think that's the most important thing in this film. It was certainly something that we talked about in our review, and certainly we talked about it with Anna Mia. She came onto that review with us after we did the watch along. A very powerful film. Emotional film and great acting as well. And
it's some funny moments as well, Stephen. It wasn't just all drama and stuff, the human condition stuff. It had some real funny moments. I'm just going to quickly bring up some of these tweets because there is some negative Nancy's in there, as you'd expect. See that? I mean, I've not even read this. This guy, I may be doing this guy dirty. Sidan Adlaka said, unfortunately, unsurprising for so many reasons, not the least of which is that Payal Kapadia's films genuinely challenge India's cinematic establishment and norms at large. Also, this is a wildly patronising statement. I think it's a pretty good movie, seem even worse by comparison. But being Laapataa Ladies, pretty good movie. I thought it was a fucking excellent movie, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a... And look, you've got to realise different movies are going to resonate differently with different regions and parts of the world. It may be that there's a rationale behind why they didn't push All We Imagine Is Light. It may be that it's maybe... I don't know, man. It might just be something they don't feel is going to resonate with the Academy members. Sometimes there has to be a degree of populace or popular vote in there. You need something that's maybe multi-genre or something. I don't know. Because like I says, there's some humour in there. There is some stuffy moments in there, emotional moments. It's got the whole sort of lexicon of different things going on. These young girls going through the ringer. One young girl, one's very much a lady, standing on her own 2 feet and deciding she's going to do what suits her, getting away from an abusive husband. So maybe, I'm sure there's a rationale.
Well, I mean, it says, I think this is what people are a bit bewildered with, John, about several people pointed out that the film that wins big at Cannes often go on to dominate the awards circuit. In fact, 17 Grand Prix winners have gone on to earn 35 Oscar nominations, and 7 films have won 10 awards. Last year's Grand Prix winner, Jonathan Glazer's The Zone of Interest, was nominated in the Best Film, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay categories and won awards for Best Sound and Best International Feature Film.
Is there anything stopping them from putting themselves forward on an independent basis? This is what I would question. Because also we had the actress last year who pushed herself and get a lot of funding from different sources, and it wasn't a studio that put her forward. She went down her own independent route. There was a lot of controversy over it, but she managed to get herself nominated at the Oscars, so maybe there's scope for them to maybe get alternative funding and maybe push themselves forward. I don't know.
I might be wrong, John. I think perhaps maybe there is an agenda in place with that.
There could be.
But I'm not saying that Laapataa Ladies is not worthy. I mean, I can only talk about that film because that's the film I've not saw the other film. If we had probably saw All We Imagine Is Light, maybe we could have gave a better balanced view on it. But I don't think it's a bad film not to push forward.
Yeah, and it's more drama narrative.
Yeah.
Not saying this All We Imagine Is Like. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, John. But I'm always interested to see what India do push towards the Academy Awards. They don't need validation or anything like
Well, I
that.
mean, it may be that. I mean, they're saying there it's a international co-production involving companies from France, India, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and Italy. So it may be that the Indian Film Federation or whatever, they're pushing the film that was solely developed and made in India,
Yeah, it could be.
as opposed to one that's been developed in 4 or 5 different countries. Maybe it is a director is a little bit more, I don't know, pointed in the way that they go after the way the industries are run in India, and they're maybe punishing her for that. I don't know. Regardless, Stephen, I like Laapataa Ladies, and ultimately, it's just a flippy fucking coin, really. I'm not hugely well versed in international films year to year. I tend to use the Academy Awards as a basis to go back and watch them. The best ones. I've done that time and again, so I don't know what the competition's like.
Yeah.
It could be some monster hit from Germany or Korea or Denmark comes out of nowhere and takes the award anyway. So it's really just pure fucking luck.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what's going to resonate with the Academy Awards? I think this movie would resonate.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Laapataa.
What's your thoughts, though, folks? What do you think? Do you think they've made the right decision? You can let us know in the comments section below. We're going to